Champions League Feyenoord vs AC Milan prediction, team news, lineups preview. Making a much-awaited debut in the Champions League knockout phase, Feyenoord will welcome AC Milan to De Kuip for the first leg of their playoff on Wednesday. The Rotterdam club last met the seven-time continental champions in 1970, when they progressed from a European Cup tie and went on to lift the trophy. This time, the winner will play either Arsenal or Inter Milan in the last 16. Match preview. Making the most of UEFA's new format, Feyenoord are into the knockout rounds of Europe's top club competition for the first time since 1985, having finished 19th in the inaugural league phase. An eventful campaign was headlined by a shock 3-0 defeat of German giants Bayern Munich and featured a dramatic 3-3 draw away to Manchester City, though the Dutch club also suffered a 6-1 thumping by Lille. Brian Prisk's side almost guaranteed entertainment across their 8 fixtures, as only games played by Barcelona witnessed more goals, albeit, of the 24 teams to progress they conceded the most. Home defeats by Bayer Leverkusen and Red Bull Salzburg also made it 3 losses from Feyenoord's last 6 European matches at De Kuip, after they had gone unbeaten throughout the previous 16. Last term's Eredivisie runners-up have struggled without former boss Arne Slot this season, and current coach Prisk was on the verge of being sacked before that brilliant win over Bayern. Recently, they lost their Klassieker to bitter rivals Ajax, then were knocked out of the KNVB Beker by league leaders PSV Eindhoven, amid their worst domestic run for 9 years. Only Saturday's 3-0 derby victory against Sparta Rotterdam halted a frustrating 4-match winless streak in the Eredivisie, and they have recorded just 2 clean sheets from their last 15 games. Given such circumstances, at least history will be on their side when Milan come to town. Feyenoord have lost only one of 11 home meetings with teams from Italy, a 2-1 defeat to familiar foes Roma exactly a decade ago. Followed by 4 unsuccessful attempts, Milan's last victory over opponents from the Netherlands came back in 2008, but an overdue win on Wednesday would set them up perfectly for next week's return. While they boast many years of European experience, the Italian heavyweights are into the knockout stages of UEFA's top tournament for just a second time in the past 11 seasons. Having finished 2 points and 6 places better off than Feyenoord. After recovering from back-to-back defeats, Milan beat mighty Real Madrid among others and actually held a cherished top 8 position heading into the final match day. However, defeat to Dinamo Zagreb saw them slip down the standings and miss out on automatic entry to the last 16. Coach Sergio Conceição, who lifted the Supercoppa Italiana within a week of his mid-season appointment, may come to rue that slip-up in Croatia, as his new club have a dismal away record in the Champions League's elimination phase. Though they made it all the way to the 2023 semi-finals, ultimately exiting to city rivals Inter, who they could meet again in this year's competition, the Rossoneri have failed to win any of their last 11 away games in the knockout rounds, scoring just 3 goals in the last 10. Furthermore, Conceição was hired to motivate a talented but inconsistent squad, after finishing inside Serie A's top 2 for a 3rd time in 4 seasons. This term they sit 7th. On Saturday, goals from substitutes Rafael Leo and Santiago Jimenez, the latter of whom was making his league debut after signing from Feyenoord, and will now make a quick return to De Kuip, earned 10-man Milan a 2-0 win over Empoli. Coming days after a 3-1 Coppa Italia quarter-final success against Roma, that was just their 2nd clean sheet in 12 matches, but will give Conceição something to build on. Team news. Feyenoord's absence list could remain unchanged, as Brian Prisk has all but ruled out Austrian defender Gernot Trauner for a 3rd straight game, while several players are still sidelined. Tymon Wellenreuther is again set to deputize for injury-plagued goalkeeper Justin Bijlow, Calvin Stengs, Kevin Naj and Ramaz Zaruki will also miss out. In better news for embattled boss Brian Prisk. Left-back Quillenchi Hartman recently returned from a serious knee injury and played on Saturday, while January signing Jakub Moder has also been registered for the knockout stages. Only Atlanta BC's Charles de Ketelaere recorded more assists during the league phase than Brazilian forward Igor Paisao, who should support either Ie Sueda or Julian Carranza up front. In total, Paisao has 5 Champions League goal contributions this term, with only Santiago Jimenez, who averages 1 goal every 59 minutes in this season's competition, having managed more for Feyenoord 6. After racking up 65 strikes in 105 games for the Dutch club across all competitions, the latter will now vie with Tammy Abraham to lead Milan's attack at De Kuip, an integral cog in the Rossoneri's front line. Christian Pulisic scored 4 times during the league phase, already more than any American player in one Champions League campaign, and he should also start. In addition to Jimenez, the visitors have bolstered their squad by bringing in Kyle Walker, Joao Felix, Ricardo Sottle and Warren Bondo, though the latter pair have not been registered with UEFA. Emerson Royal calf, Ruben Loftus-Cheek thigh and Alessandro Florenzi knee are all ruled out by injury, while Pulisic's international colleague Yunus Musa must serve a suspension. Feyenoord possible starting lineup: Wellenreuther, Newcoop, Bielen, Henko, Hartman, Moder, Timber, Hwang, Hajmusa, Ueda, Paisao. AC Milan possible starting lineup: Mainin, Walker, Tomori, Pavlovic, Hernandez. Fofana, Reinders, Pulisic, Felix, Leo, Jimenez. We say, Feyenoord 1-1 AC Milan. Feyenoord have been faltering, while Milan are rarely at their best away from San Siro, so a score draw could be the outcome of an intriguing first leg. Leaving this tie in the balance, both teams will surely find the net against a suspect opposition defense. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.